Hello there, greetings from California. This is Kioma, and I'm gonna show you a quick afternoon project, how to make some last minute Easter egg and carrot charms. We're gonna put them together and make a charm bracelet. They look absolutely adorable, all strung together, and it's a project that should only take you a couple hours. It is really easy to crank out once you get it all set up. For this project, we're gonna need some jump rings. These are split jump rings. They're easy to open and close, especially with a pair of pliers. You're going to need some pin heads, head pins. These are the flat ones. They have ones with little loops on them. I don't recommend them because we want these long because we're going to be using them as a handle as well. And you need a charm bracelet. You can either buy the chain all together and put your bracelets together. That's what I do. It comes on a big roll, I mean to say. Or you can buy them individual bracelets already put together. I found it's cheaper if you buy the whole roll and a couple of these charms. Toggles, they call them. They come in little packages. So we also need some paints. These are watered down acrylics. It's about a tablespoon of paint to 2 tablespoons water. So it's more like a wash, like dipping Easter eggs, actually, which is fun because my kids have quit doing this with me years ago, so I still get to dye eggs this year. And I'm using 2 bits for this project. I'm using a little tiny dental bit with a reducer sleeve in my, oh yeah, you also need a little carver. Use any carver you want. I'm using my little Marathon power carver because it's quiet and it's nice. I'm also using a sandpaper jig that I made, which is a nice piece of leather on the back and a sandpaper. It keeps it from wearing out so fast. It doesn't act like a big washer there. So you will also need a dowel. You start out with a blank dowel. This is a scrapwood project, which is awesome. I love scrapwood projects. There's always dowels laying around from something. So I mark this out in little places. And I imagine this is an egg, egg, egg. This is essentially my study stick. And it's easier to hold on to a chunk like this than it is a chunk like this when you're power carving, because these just snap and go everywhere. I've got 3 of them running around the shed somewhere. So to start, I just draw a quick little line with my power carver, just a little bit. I'll show you right here. It's really easy to just make a little nondescript line. And all this really for this step is to show you where your eggs are going to be. Before long, you get to a place like this. This is achieved with my sandpaper. Snap that cute little sucker out of there. Put this cute little sucker in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take down the top. We're going to call it the top of the egg anyway. You're going to take it down. In fact, I could turn it down. A little bit of sanding here on the edges. You're really just knocking the edges off what you're doing. And they start to take shape. One end's going to be fatter than the other because eggs are shaped that way. Once you start shaping both of them, you're going to get what is basically a funky little football shape. And the more you detail it, the more it starts to do egg shapes. We're going to call this the bottom. And this part will be the top. So we're going to make it a little trimmer up here at this end. We're going to need to separate this, but before I do, I'm going to put my little baby bit back in here. And put the hole in my egg. This is where in a second I'm going to epoxy my head pin. Now we'll separate it. Very easy. You don't want to just go whole hog and zip it off because something always goes flying. So I'll take the edge of my paper, very easy, and little burns. Turn this up for this part. Reusing my sandpaper is kind of a little cutoff wheel here. Very easy. Nice and soft, barely any pressure. Let the paper do it for you. And then you could see, you could just pop that little piece off. Oh look, a toadstool. Ideas for another project. Trim this guy down. And we have an egg. I think somebody lit a wood stove around me and it's all coming in my shed window now. Good thing I'm wearing a mask. So epoxy. I use 5-minute epoxy. They make 24-hour epoxy and a lot of people swear by it, but when we are making jewelry, I don't know why we would wait 24 hours when we can wait just 5 minutes. It's not like it has to be foundation or structurally sound or anything. So if you've never used epoxy before, it comes out crystal clear, looks just like water, and you mix the two parts together and they become opaque. You can't really see through them. They get kind of smoky. And I like the ones that come best in these tubes. They're just so easy. There we go. When it's all mixed together, it's not clear anymore, so then you know it's ready to go. Take your little head pin and your little egg. Get a nice little goop on there and plunk it in. I'm also having solar installed today. All that noise is not me. Now we'll let him sit 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we have these perfect little eggs. This one I've already colored. And by doing so, I've used my little eye pin handle, dipped it in my wash. Just roll it around in here. That's all you want. You just want to color it. Now this one's going to be really yellow when it's dry. So, good thing I have a blue guy. This perfect little robin's egg blue, all set up, ready to go. I'm going to keep the handle on it for a few more minutes. And go back to my little tiny bit. You have to put a bell on these things. They always run away. It's hard to find them. I love this part. Now you can paint these. You could do whatever you want. You could paint them with little tiny brushes, with toothpicks, with all kinds of stuff. But I found it's really fun to just carve through. And if you leave just enough through the paint, you just press just hard enough to go through the paint and into the wood below, it's going to give you that nice contrast. Do a little stripe. We'll do a zigzag here. How about that? You could draw them on, pencil them on if you want, but I really like the rustic of the freeform. This is a really cool project to do with kids that you're teaching just how to use the power carver. Some of them are a little too nervous to pick up a Dremel, and these micro carvers are really awesome because they're not as threatening. Some people find Dremels a little bit nerve-wracking. There. This is also a good time to try any bits you haven't used in a while. You know, there's always something that comes in with bits that you're not sure you're going to use. I like the little ball bit because it leaves perfect little dots on it. I want to make a perfect polka dot one here. So trim this guy. I say so a lot. So. A little bit too long still. And you can reuse the piece you cut off for your next one. Nice little twist. Look at that. Nice little charm. You need 2 jump rings for each charm. One is to hang the charm and the other is to hang the charm from the bracelet. If you only do one, it's going to not hang right. See that? They fly everywhere. So here's our second. And I'll put this right on the charm bracelet so you can see. It goes really quick if you make up all your charms ahead of time. Average charm bracelet for me, for my size, is 18. So I make 18 alternating, 18 all the same, whatever. Half eggs, half carrots. That's what my goal is for this bracelet. Before I do put it together, I want to show you my favorite finish of choice. It's enamel, it's heavy duty, it is 2 for $1, it is clear nail polish. This stuff's amazing. Be sure your room is really ventilated because it is stout. It is so nice. It puts a nice thick coat on. And it comes in every single color you can think of. You get the idea. I'll finish sealing that. It has glitter in it, really fine glitter, so you can put some nice shine on these. I'm telling you, this is an awesome project for kids because they can decorate their eggs however they want. These are simple, solid one-color ones, but I was playing with my nail polish, and I was making one of these. The way you could paint it, you know how it is with Easter eggs. I remember reading a book, Rashanka's Eggs, to my kids when they were little. It was their favorite one, and the whole thing was done in black and white, except the eggs were all vibrant colors, and it was so beautiful. So, putting it together, I do every other couple loops because I want to have room for my carrots and my eggs at the same time. And I don't want it too bulked up. So if you go every other, it has a nice hang to it. And don't be surprised, you'll have to adjust a little bit as you're putting it all together. So one here, skip one, pretend there's a carrot there, skip one, there's an egg. I'm telling you, when you have these all done, they really fly together. This whole thing only takes about 2 hours. And just think, if you have them all cut up, you could give them to people to paint and then put together yourself a nice little heirloom bracelet. So here it is. There's an egg here, skip this one. Pretend there's a carrot in this one, skip this one. There's an egg. So when it comes time to put your carrot on, you've got a space already designated for it. So there's our egg. Skip one, carrot. Skip one, egg. Another carrot here. Make a little loop. Nice. I love these things. There's my one for the charm, and I'll put my second one on for the bracelet. Close that. Open up the second one. You'll get a nice monotonous flow going. See See how cute that is going to be when it's all done and put together? Look at that. It'll be nice and clacky and it hangs well. Ta-da! So, carrots are the exact same way. You make yourself a little study stick, but instead of eggs, you trim them down narrower and narrower and narrower. And you get your darling little carrot shape. So for the carrot, we do 2 holes in the top with our sweet little dental bit. Got him down there a little too far. There he is. Getting good with your dentist. They have these things laying around. Okay. For the carrot, you have 1 hole. That's going to be for your eye pin. That guy's going to go in here. Then with the same bit, make another hole, but I want you to wiggle your thing around nice and easy, bore it out. So you end up with 2 holes. 1 wallered out one and 1 little tiny one. More epoxy. Remember, mix it till it's opaque. Just takes a couple seconds. I'm going to put a little blop here and a blop here. Eye pin. There it is. Lost my little hole. There we go. There's the eye pin. Then you take your green string. This was just regular old white kitchen twine that I dipped in green wash. Twist it really easy. Put it in the hole. Give it a little twist. It's in there. That's all it takes. Then trim. Okay. There you go. We'll let that sit a minute. Dip it right here in the orange wash. Let him dry. About 5 minutes for the wash to dry. About 5 minutes for the epoxy to dry. And that's it. You'll end up with this darling charm. Fun to do, fun to do. Remember, very easy. Blank dowel. Make your sections. Shape your sections. Make a nice study stick. Define the top and the bottom with some sandpaper. The sound effects really, really help. And shape your footballs. Drill the hole. Trim them off. Epoxy your egg. Dip it in the wash. I'm a big fan of the blue. Let them dry about 5 minutes. Boom, egg. Paint it, design it how you'd like it. Add your jump rings, 2 per charm. Put each one on your bracelet. Now when you're done, when you get all your pretty little wood charms on there, there's going to be one link in between each one where you could add colored beads, little charms, little bells, whatever else you want, little sparklies that go in between them. So that's it, friends. I hope you're all staying safe in your quarantine. I hope everybody's nice and healthy. I hope you're happy. And don't be bored. Life is way too short to be bored, and we are way better than that. So peace out from California, and I love y'all.